Hello there. This is Cookies. I've got turn 98 of this Xibalba game. I wanted to say EA Xibalba, but it's LA Xibalba. And we got a message from Omniscience congratulating them if the Throne Rush is successful. And let's see. So we have a few battles. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. So Disease Demon goes in, fails on a Prince. Let's go ahead and see what the Prince did. Basically paying for an insane Deducos. Most of the time, is my feeling. You do need some to get the Holy 3, and the Holy 2 can sometimes be nice, but I'd rather get the Deducos and I think it's a No March separately, and not deal with this guy's insanity. Alright, Frozen Heart, good spell. Another Lich survives the Mind Hunt. Let's see, we lose an Aha, we lose a Chilean. And I should have a message with the assassination results, so I'll just pull that up. We kill a Deducos, lose another Aha, lose an Aha. So, Aerithea is spending a bunch of Death Shims to kill Ahas, helping us with our upkeep. We go ahead and defeat some horrors here. This might be 3 Gortide. Is that a bigger one? And a couple of small horror casts. But it looks like they got bad rolls. Aussies are very killy. And then, oh, we we get Magic Phase rated by Gath. So I guess Gath didn't believe us when we said we weren't going to attack. So they went ahead and attacked us anyways. So I might as well have left in the previous turn, so I just wasted a bunch of time rescripting things and lost a bunch of initiative. This guy's got a crystal coin. This one's horror marked. Maybe that's what the H means. And I don't know what D means. But this guy is completely kitted out. This guy's also kitted out. So we have a couple of cool thugs. We do have some Aussies here. Some of these look a little unscripted. But we at least do get them blessed. The Astral Shield is pretty strong, though. They have 15 MR, which is pretty good. But a lot of them are failing. And I think it's just from the sheer number of attacks. So, as they kill their way through the Aussies, a bunch of skeletons are coming in from behind. What is it? Control C. Right. This is a hotkey that changes from Dom 5 to Dom 6. So. But yeah, just getting a bunch of stuff filled in, coming after them. More stuff than they can kill. Because this guy's only got 1 attack. This guy has 1 AoE attack, but also just 1 regular. I guess he has the same Athame attack, but he's also got the Firebrand. So they're deleting 1 tile and 2 units per round. Assuming that this guy actually uses his theme on a different tile. So they're just gonna kind of time out. I mean, we're getting pretty close. We can go ahead and see it through. In the new Twilight system in Dom 6, these guys would probably get killed because they'd lose all these buffs, and then they'd get murdered by all the stuff standing around them. So pretty significant, kind of like SC nerf. Almost to turn 90. They should be routing now. Yep. So they're routed. And the skeleton should go away around turn 110 if they don't find a way to break out. I believe it's 110. Alright. You can see they just run off. Okay. So, somewhat neat little raid. Where was that? It was here. So the Crystal Mage dies. If we jump in there, we can see that they retreated. Maybe the other one went here. So I think they might have split up in their retreat, I'm assuming. But yeah, they were trying to cut off movement to this throne here. And it didn't quite work out for them. Cheesed by a horde of skeletons. And then, yeah, we got hit by more horrors. A huge deal for Xibalba. Aussies are pretty killy. This might have been done by Pangea. And then also in red, we see Pangea's threat. The threat that I rescripted my turn for to try and to not stop the throne rush turns out to just be a horror harmonica golem. So I kind of wish Pan just hadn't said anything. I guess this one's holding a global. Let's see if my Gift of Nature's Bounty Caster survive. But he's going to go ahead and try to Wailing Winds, but Aussies are quick. And let's see. Alright, and so we can see here, so there's the normal assassinations with Arethea. But we can see, and this is the part that I'm referring to as cheeky. Like, not only like the wording, where they kind of said that they wouldn't attack, and then they did anyways, which I guess is just them lying, which is fine. But the moving assassins in during the nap was the cheeky part in my mind. So, kind of felt like a nap break, but they didn't think, they disagreed. So we can see Heart of Quickness and Black Hearts. And by the time all these episodes go up, should be pretty familiar with these, but in terms of my knowledge, I don't think we'd seen the Defilers come out yet. So, yeah, we've got our Nature 5 here. As we try to kill this thing. Unfortunately, he's routed now. Alright. So he kills all of that. Got another one. This one's just a black heart. Went up against a lich. Against the lich. Another one going up against a chalk of the south. So we've got an air hat. And gets yoinked. Alright, and then we have Finfag. Or Iron Adept, he gets yoinked right away too, which is unfortunate. This Chillon obviously gonna get killed. Camazotz doesn't fare much better. I guess we can see if he had gear. Nope, but he was twice born at least. The Adept, Chillon, and then we'll also watch the Bacab here. Gets yoinked right off the bat. We'll see if this particular Defiler also had gear or not. Just a black heart. Okay. And then, alright. So this kills most of the commanders in that particular throne. I think there were a couple of just like regular Zotz mages there, but he gets all the significant mages. What's this? Just a lich? I don't completely understand. Maybe a gem bait? Erythian Lich comes into red. Oh, we get a big fight, a show battle between Tianqi and Pangea. So I'm sure the casters will dive into it a lot more, so I'll just kind of let you guys watch it. But we've got a whole bunch of these sacred elves, a whole bunch of cubes, some eagles, ancestor vessels, going up against a bunch of stolen umbrals, it looks like. This guy's got a Fountain of Youth for, I guess, counteracting Winds of Death in the province, is what I've been told. I didn't know it worked like that. And I thought it was just a strategic map thing. And then we've got a bunch of fast casting liches. We're going to do bone grinding. And then this guy, who I believe is also, he's going to do, I think, Will of the Fates, stuff like that. Different protection buffs from bone grinding. So we'll take a look at it from this side. So you can see Will of the Fates, getting that out. You see the bone grindings, all the little white puffs. And oh, and he did a bunch of body ethereal spam. So the protection was body ethereal and Will of the Fates. And then just kind of making use of the recuperation. So bone grinding is pretty good play from Pangea. How loud is this? It feels kind of loud. Let's see. I will check my sound settings. Alright, maybe it's not too loud. I think it was... No, it was Pan and Tianqi. Alright. Nope. This is wrong. The battle. Here we go. Alright. So yeah, a whole bunch of bone grinding. We'll go ahead and see what it does over here. devastating impact. The cubes are generally fine, though. You can see Perpetual Storm affecting the cubes as well. And all these eagles. We'll do team-colored squares, because there's a lot of Enslaved Mind coming out. Rigor Mortis, Wailing Winds, Astral Tempest. Okay. Doing damage over time. See a number of these sages running away from the battlefield. Astral 5 Golem, pretty cool. Looks like Will of the Fates might have been disrupted, maybe? Let Lucid inside do the more in-depth breakdown. There was a bunch of stuff in the game chat as well, so you should be able to pull from that. Yeah, really cool battle. Do the cubes make it across? They've got decent MR. Yeah, they need to get some, like, either anti-magic or... Ooh, yeah, looks like just anti-magic. Maybe no Army of Gold or Blood. See all the enslaved minds going out. And then I think there's a bunch of these like little things. It's the same thing as enslaved mind, but it's actually the Astral Tempest doing damage. Yep, whole bunch of gear lost. But yeah, a little bit of a show battle. I'm still a little disappointed that an army like this and the god was not defending a throne. It's like, why am I getting blamed with accusations of king making if people aren't even going to defend their own thrones? So, but let's see. So there was that, and then he goes ahead and storms, and not too much of a different result, just some regular troops inside. Pretty cool battle. And let's see. Yeah. So, I believe we storm Rid. So let's go ahead and see if I can pull that out. See a bunch of meteors fell down, and then the vortex of returning out. But we did put up Wailing Winds and Blood Rain, so I think we would have won. We lose 15 Aussies, kill a Mound Fiend, 3 Mystics, and some trash. But now this army is on a lab, which is good. So what are we doing this turn? I guess we're at war with everyone, but the game's over, because Gas Throne Rush succeeded. They took the Pangea thrones. So we're going to go ahead and set up some show battles. So this army that I probably wouldn't normally storm with is going to go ahead and storm for the lulz. We're going to send some stuff here. Everything that can't, I guess, teleport. Or magic phase somewhere else. So all this stuff is going to come down here into Bizux. We've loaded up the Pretender with everything he can hold. He's going to go ahead and go down into this throne. We're going to see how much stuff we can put in there. In retrospect, it might have been better to move into CERN, but I couldn't figure out a magic phase blessing strategy, I think. I think I might have had a Stygian skin or Stygian path Bacab. And I should have set him at CERN and then maybe just set everything at CERN. But I don't know. It just seemed like more fun to try and defend Druidland. Even if everything would be... The wall is actually going to work against us here, because they're going to storm. So the wall is going to prevent the Aussies from getting at the Gath forces. So it's going to work against us pretty hard here. But we're going to go ahead and fill it up anyways. So we've got these three guys doing Stygian paths. We have the Pretender doing Stygian paths. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and try to storm there. We've got this forest that's going to move on, Arathea. It's got, you know, some different stuff. Wailing Winds, Mass Regen, Army of Gold, Ground Army. We emptied out the item banks, just about, and emptied out the gym bank. You can see everything's being used. Doing a raid over here, too, with a bunch of Beast Bats and some Aussies. Gonna go ahead and try to break siege. Maybe gym bait. And there's some normal phase movement stuff, so we'll try to do some stuff here. So we've got these two guys coming in. They're gonna do, I guess, a bunch of living fires. I don't know. I'm assuming they're gonna have fire resist, and they'll just chop right through living fires. Might have been better to just go for the flames from the sky, but I'd put up these. No, I had no domes here. Yeah, I should have just had these guys do flames from the sky. I think that would have been better. Might have hit something, done something. And then I probably needed better scripting for the liches. Maybe lean into the double. So I tried to avoid the double rigor mortis thing again, but I think I should have leaned into it this time. Because if all of his stuff is fatigued out, then I think that works to my advantage, especially the mages. But yeah, we're going to do Darkness and Shadow Blast, you know, different stuff. We're also going to try and go on Silver Grove. So this is all very haphazard in terms of a defense. Maybe I should have been more proactive about moving stuff into the thrones. I talked in the first turn about doing Throne Rush prevention, but then the Throne Rush happened way sooner than that, I guess. So should have probably just been piling stuff into the thrones. But yeah, we got this guy over here. He's Holy 3, so he'll go ahead and bless. We have these idiots teleporting all over the place. And we're trying to do a Murdering Winter. Got another little group coming out. Mass Protection, Mass Regen. Blessing, Wailing Winds. Gonna go ahead and attack Pan. Because why not? Let's see, we got some stuff coming out here. In the caverns, we've got all of this. So, some quickening, needful flames, mass protection, army of giants, ground army. I tried to get off a lot of the late game buffs where I could, but it was pretty difficult. Even just getting like Holy Three Blessings. So like this guy is gonna try to make it all the way to CERN. And he's super easy to block, and that's the only way we're gonna have normal phase Blessing in CERN. Unless I Sabbath these guys up. Which I might have tried to do. Oh, I fucked up. Yeah, so this was supposed to be Sabbath Master, and then Divine Blessing, I think. Although no, he's got the Crystal Matrix. Yeah, so this was supposed to be a communion into Divine Blessing in the normal phase, in case the Macabre couldn't make it. And then we've got a magic phase attack coming in too. Then we're moving into here with a little bit of a raid. Moving on to Big and Plenty with some stuff. Gonna try and lock down Moon C. Yeah. Just all sorts of little things wherever I can. Just throwing stuff at the wall. And yeah, I think a better plan would have been I should have 3-red seconds Damned Wilds, and I should have been sending a bunch of mages into there. Probably everything in this region should have already been pre-positioned. I think that would have been good. Or maybe even, yeah, I don't know, because you do eat the magic phase bullshit if you don't put the fort, but you can also maybe get trapped in the fort. Yeah, you can see the stuff here. I started trying to use the Jaguar forms a little bit because they aren't cold-blooded, so they'll have significantly less casting fatigue from Illwinter. So I am trying to use the Jaguar forms on some of these guys. What are they called? The Ways? Yeah. So, yeah, just different stuff like that. So yeah, definitely some mistakes here, but the game was over at this point, so I wasn't going to put too much time into it. But I did want to try and set up some cool show battles. The one thing I am going to try to do that I've never tried to do before is a big Hellpower Bomb. So a lot of the magic phase, and here's how I'm kind of trying to hope it goes. A lot of this magic phase stuff is maybe doing a buff and then horror marking. Hoping to put a bunch of horror marks on Gath's stuff. Because Hellpower also gives you a horror mark, but I'm just hoping to get a bunch of horrors. And maybe the horrors will fight Gath's stuff in the normal phase. And then we're going to try to do a big Hellpower Bomb. I think the mistake here was I probably did not want skirmish formation. I probably wanted like box and maybe just put all the mages on top of each other. Something like that. But yeah, the idea is Hellpower and then fill up the map with chaff. So a lot of Creeping Doom, some Life for Life. Originally I was going to do a bunch of Lamashtas, but I needed the Death Gems for Stygian Paths. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried to do a Hellpower Bomb. This seemed like a good use case for it, so decided I would try to do the Hellpower Bomb. And yeah, so officially the game's kind of over at this point because the throne claiming happened so early and there was no one at risk, like none of his thrones were cracked, I guess. So this game is over, but we should get some fun show battles. So I'll go ahead and dive into some of those, and I'll see you in turn 99. Have a good one.